means it's a whole new month. I'm honestly really excited. I kind of needed a do-over. I have been extremely out of habit and need to get back into a routine, so I'm using these first couple days of June just to solidify a routine and just make sure that I'm doing everything that I need to get done. This summer I am doing an internship and I'm taking 2 online classes, and I'm just trying to have some sort of balance between internship, school, and my own personal well-being, if that makes sense. Just doing things that I want to do, being social, and having a fun summer despite how busy I am. With that being said, I have a really busy day today. I have 2 Zoom meetings, or one's a phone call actually, and then I need to work on some assignments for my finance class. I need to look at what I need for groceries for the week, and then I also need to run a couple errands. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it's just very time consuming, so it takes up a lot of my day. I finally remembered what the other thing I had to do today was, and it is clean the house. I'm going on a trip in a couple of days, and with the schedule of my internship, I don't think I'm gonna have time later in the week to clean up and just make sure everything looks good before I leave, so I'm gonna try to tackle that today. My first meeting is in about 20 minutes, so I'm just gonna quickly make some eggs just to get something in my system besides this coffee. Yesterday, I brought a bunch of bags of clothes to this Plato's Closet place, like Plato's Closet style place, and 3 full bags. These 3 full bags I brought, they took virtually nothing, and I got $38. I thought they would take more, to be honest, but I think I might take it to a different location that they have and see what they take, because I want this stuff gone, and I feel like the stuff they have in store is pretty much the same as what I had, and I don't understand why they don't take it, but we'll see. Currently, I am on the way to the Volkswagen dealership to take my car in to get looked at. The tire's been making some weird noise. It doesn't do it all the time, but when it does, it's concerning. So I'm just going to get that checked out, and then I'm getting an oil change while I'm there because I'm due anyway. So just knocking out two birds with one stone, and hopefully there's nothing too bad wrong with my tires or whatever the noise is. But it sounds like it's my tires. But I'm hoping that they can figure it out and maybe fix it. break and we're eating outside because our building is freezing and I couldn't take one more minute inside. For lunch, we just brought leftovers of what we had for dinner last night, which is just ground beef, sweet potatoes, and green beans. And my signature poppy, of course. We're really excited because we don't have to come in tomorrow because our bosses are going to be at a conference, so there's not going to be anyone here for us to report to.